Right now, an air quality website ranks Milwaukee's air quality among the worst in the world. Smoke from wildfires in Canada is blanketing parts of the U.S.
Those wildfires consumed more than 18 million acres in Canada already, and right now we are experiencing some of the effects. Joining us to discuss is Brad Pierce. He's the director of the Space Science and Engineering Center at UW-Madison. Brad, thank you so much for joining us here today. We hear the numbers, we see the maps of the air quality. Break down for us in layman's terms what it is we're experiencing and why it's so significant.
Well, so as you said, right now in Milwaukee and Waukesha, the conditions in terms of air quality are in this hazardous range. That, in terms of concentration of the particulates from the smoke, that's 10 times more than what would be considered fairly moderate air quality in the Midwest. So this is really an extreme event. If you remember, a few weeks ago, New York City was impacted in very much the same way by wildfires from Quebec as well. Depending on which way the wind's blowing, different areas are impacted by these fires. If you also remember, even back as early as May 19th, we had an event, at least in Madison, where we had very poor air quality and hazy skies too, again from these early onset wildfires in Quebec.
And one of the recommendations is to stay indoors. What is this smoke doing to everything else in the atmosphere that's outside, no escape to go indoors?
Well, the reason you want to go indoors is because these are small particulates. The EPA classifies them as less than 2.5 microns. And that means that they can not only be ingested into your airways, but can get deep down into your lungs and impact both your breathing, particularly if you're asthmatic, but it can also have impacts to your cardiovascular system. I have a student who gets migraines, and she's finding that today she's got a migraine that is attributable to the cardiovascular response to this very poor air quality.
And what about everything else that's outside, though, that cannot go indoors?
Well, it's certainly going to be impacting, wildlife and things in the same way that it'd be affecting us. We don't want this kind of air quality to be persisting for a long time. You're basically similar to what you would find if you spent an evening sitting around a campfire, where the next day you can tend to have a congested throat, your hair smells like smoke. People are talking about smelling smoke now. Prolonged exposure to that can definitely have significant impacts on your health.
And I know you mentioned that it depends on which way the wind is blowing. I wanted to ask you about the fact that this is not just a concern for folks who have underlying health conditions. This is a concern for everyone.
Exactly. That's right. Yep. And right now, if you remember, over the weekend, we had a big low pressure system that brought us some much needed rain. And now that system is moving off to the east. This smoke is coming in on the backside of that. And so we're getting transport right out of Quebec and the area where the fires are most intense. And that smoke is being transported down over Wisconsin, which in and of itself is not all that, that happens fairly frequently. But most of the time, all that smoke is aloft. It doesn't reach the surface. And what's very different this time is that smoke is at the surface and in the lowest part of the atmosphere and is now impacting us very significantly. That same smoke right now is also being transported all the way over to Europe. But because it's being transported aloft, it's unlikely to have as large of an impact on the European cities when it reaches there.
Brad Pierce, thank you so much for your time and your expertise. We appreciate it.
Thank you.
And looking at that video and just looking outside, you can see